Hello and welcome to my video, guys. Today I want to talk to you about Diablo 4 class selection. I'm going to give you a quick guide on what class to play and why you should play it. The downs and ups, but I'm going to do it in a way that respects your time. Let's talk about the Barbarian. Now our friend here, the Barbarian. The Barbarian is a very cool looking character, I do gotta say. The Barbarian is a character that, if you like that melee, original melee barbarian style character that just carries a large sword or a hammer to crush the enemies without thinking, just full on brute force all the way in, the Barbarian is the character for you. Now, the Barbarian is a little slow, but there are some moves you could use to increase your movement speed, or at least feel like you're going faster. But the Barbarian is a very satisfying class at the end of the game, where you actually feel the brute force of muscle and strength. It achieves what it set out to achieve, feeling like a boss at the very end of the game. Now let's talk about our friend here, the Druid. Now here we are with the Druid. The Druid. Diablo 4 has mixed feelings about the Druid. The Druid could either feel really good or feel really bad depending on the season. Now the Druid is actually a very much enjoyable character to play if you actually get past a certain point. The Druid is actually a very fun and engaging character. But a lot of these, like all the classes in Diablo, you gotta play a lot of the game to get to that sweet spot where the character just feels right. The Druid is definitely a character that people love or hate, but I believe the Druid should get a lot more love. Is it fun? At the end. Now, if you have the time to get there, that's another story. But our dear friend the Druid sits at the bottom of most fun and powerful classes. Now, going back into some of the most entertaining classes right here, let's start with our most picked character. In my opinion, everyone out there wants to be a ninja. The Rogue. The character sells you exactly what you want. To be an assassin, a ninja, a character that works in the shadows. The Rogue is a character that, since you start, it feels very quite balanced. You don't feel weak, but you're not quite really OP. The more you play with the Rogue turns into not only a master of poison, but definitely a master of DPS. The Rogue is definitely among the number one or number two in damage dealing. Definitely a character worth playing. I consider the Rogue to be fun, quick, and engaging. Now, the problem with the Rogue, in my opinion, is that if you just so sneeze in his direction, he could go down. Just like any stealth assassin. The trick to it is don't get caught. But the Rogue is definitely our number two contender for the most fun and engaging character in the game. Now, going back, two classes left. So let's talk about the Necromancer. I love how the Necromancer looks. Male or female, doesn't matter. The Necromancer just looks like a character is supposed to look. if you're a necromancer. The necromancer, unfortunately, is not going to be that class you want it to be. And please, please take it from me to go more in depth in my experience in the game. My very first character was this character right here, the female necromancer. I enjoyed this character a lot. I had a lot of fun and I enjoyed the endgame. Now, I only made it to World Tier 3. And the reason for that is because I played the story, and by the time I finished the story, I was level 50 plus, and I was able to enjoy the end game because I already passed through the beginning struggle. In the story leveled me up quite a lot. Now, my other characters right here are just characters I keep in my roster because I like how they look, or I just like them. I played every class, and if I don't like the character, trust me, I delete that character and I never want to see it again. As a matter of fact, after I played Necromancer, Season 1 came out, and I played Necromancer again, and I have deleted that Necromancer. And then I tried to play the Necromancer again. And trust me, the feeling that the Necromancer gives me was not the feeling that I had when I first started the game. I love the Necromancer. I love the idea of the Necromancer. I love how the Necromancer looks. I have spent a few dollars in how my Necromancer looks as well. The Necromancer is my favorite character. Now, the Necromancer is, in every sense possible, the slowest process in the whole game. Necromancer will only feel good at endgame. 90% of the game will suck. You will not like the game. He's slow. He dies easily. He doesn't hit that hard. The poor Necromancer is just nerfed to the ground. But if you reach the end game and you get the correct gear, wearing the correct gear for this guy, every little detail matters with the Necromancer. But if you manage to get it correct, the Necromancer is not only one of the most strongest characters in the game, it's actually fun and entertaining. But good luck getting there. Unfortunately, for as much love that I have for the Necromancer, being the number one coolest character in the game, he falls in third place for fun and engaging, and you have to pass 90% of the game to finally get to that point. Sorry, Necro. So then we reach our number one class in the whole game. Now, our number one class in the whole game is the Sorcerer, or the Sorceress. This class right here has it all. This class right here is a class that I did not want to play. It always looked fun, but I did not want to play this class for one simple reason. And I'm going to be really truthful about this real reason. I didn't like, I still don't really like how the Sorcerer looks. How the Sorcerer looks, a lot of the clothing for the Sorcerer just doesn't give me the feel I want to have in Diablo games. It just doesn't. Just a certain vibe that the character gives me, that I don't like how he looks when he's a male. Now, if I do switch him out to female, my god, the character looks amazing. It's almost as if he wasn't really made to be a male. I don't really know if you catch my drift, but when it's about female um, armor, my god, it looks amazing. But when you switch it to male, there's something that just doesn't fit. It's just, I don't know exactly what it is that makes it look so amazing when it's a female character. This is 10 out of 10 look for the sorceress. But when you change it to the male version, it's not my vibe. It's not the vibe I want to be killing demons in. I don't know what it is, but it just doesn't go well with me. I want to be a badass, and that's not the what it gives me. But I cannot deny that every time I play a sorcerer, this is the very first sorcerer I did, sorceress. Try out, man, it was fun since the very beginning. And of course, then I kept going. I played the Season of the Blood as a sorcerer and made him look amazing, in my opinion. I really enjoy this character. Now I'm playing the current season, the Season of the Construct, and I did another sorcerer because, of course, I tried to do a necromancer. And just because he looks really badass doesn't mean he's fun. And if the sorcerer is anything, it's fun. It's powerful. It respects your time. You actually enjoy the gameplay. You have many different builds and variation. You don't even have to try much to be a strong sorcerer and enjoy the game. Immediately, I tried so hard. I got to level 50. I tried so hard to push through. Once I reached level 50 with the Necromancer and hit World Tier 3, it was just a slaughter. I just kept dying and dying, and the grind and the hustle. I wasn't having fun. All I did was change to Sorcerer. Done. I'm way past. I feel strong. I'm having fun. I'm happy with my build. I'm actually playing the game now and enjoying it. This matters. I don't want to play. I don't want to play 90% of the game. So then I could enjoy it. I want to just enjoy the game as I play. At the end of the day, it is what it is. The sorcerer is just an amazing character no matter what. And I'm sure that a lot of you guys don't have the problem I have with the sorcerer. It might just be a me thing. Who knows? And if you have respect for your time and you want to play the game and enjoy it, I suggest playing sorcerer. Unless they decide to actually balance the game out so every class feels fun and powerful since the beginning, the sorcerer is just it. And that's my opinion on why you should play sorcerer in Diablo 4. Thank you guys. Please leave a like, and I will see you guys next time.